Good evening. We've all heard of the Titanic. It was the unsinkable ship. The engineers of the Titanic were so sure that this ship was impervious to glaciers that they did not stock the ship with the appropriate amount of life rafts per passenger. And because of this mistake, many people died. My name is Carrie Springmeyer. I work in a skilled nursing and rehabilitation center. This issue is near and dear to my heart as I am a discharge planner. So when families go home, I set them up with community resources as they need, and they're scant as it is. Like the engineers of the Titanic, we have the potential to be caught unaware if we do not properly plan for the aging out of the baby boomer population. We need to expand Medicare and Medicaid and social programs by providing opportunities for family members to become caregivers. We need to rethink retirement age, and we need to educate in disease prevention and continued health. Baby boomers are the largest cohort of human beings in the world. Bergman estimates that 10,000 baby boomers retire every single day. And per the Pew Research Foundation, this momentum will keep up for the next 8 years. That's a long time and a lot of people. According to Redfoot, Feinberg, and Hauser, there are 7 caregivers per 1 patient. By the year 2030, it's going to be 4 to 1. So there aren't going to be enough people to take care of the patient. So we really have to rethink how we're doing things. We can do something about all this. Baby boomers can postpone retirement. According to the NRMLA, postponing retirement for 2 years, 5 months would be equivalent of saving 1% of 30 years' wages. That's a lot of money. And according to the Motley Crew, or a study reviewed by the Motley Fool, not the Motley Crew, they were great though in the 80s, weren't they? People who work through the age of 70 show an 11% decrease in mortality rates. So it turns out socialization and purpose in life do create longevity. We need to expand Medicare and Medicaid programs to cover a greater percentage of hospital bills and prescriptions. We can provide better incentives for family members who must retire early or leave the workforce temporarily to take care of a loved one. So to put things into perspective, should your family member require a lot of care, to stay in a place like my facility costs about $130,000 to $150,000 per year. And to have caregivers in the home is going to be $20 to $25 per hour for 24/7 care, around $180,000 per year. Who can afford that? Not many people. So in addition, we will need to provide better education on diseases and disease prevention. There's a great article out by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services with some really great ideas on things you can do. And they're very simple things that we can all do. We can educate on healthy eating, promote exercise, promote immunizations, promote screenings for STDs, which is apparently really important in the retirement community. Who knew? Don't think about it. If we do nothing, we find ourselves in a situation where there are no places to care for our elderly when they can no longer care for themselves, and there's no one to care for them. Today, I come across family members all the time who cannot afford to give up their jobs for their loved ones. They would lose everything. They have families of their own, and they have their own expenses. And depending upon which state you live in, you might find it difficult to find a Medicaid bed at a skilled nursing facility, and you get what you pay for. So imagine a world with no options for your grandparents, your parents, or yourself. Imagine you have to decide to eat or fill your life-saving medication. This could be your future. Imagine you chose food, and because of that, you had a decline in health, and now you're dealing with debility in your own home. But what can you do? Educate yourself. Read credible articles. Read peer-reviewed journals. Listen to podcasts made by professionals. Exercise daily. Eat healthy. Eat out less. Eat less processed foods. Make your meals from scratch at home. Freeze them. We need to get into the mindset that we're going to retire later. And that's okay. Write your senator. Let your senator know that they are not doing enough for you, your future, or your loved ones. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you want to see in others. Everything starts with you. Take one action. When you're ready to take another, take another. Step by step, we work toward the future. Thank you, and have a great evening.